gentlemen, welcome to the Frog and Bucket. Please put your hands together for your compere this evening, Miss Hayley Ellis.
Hello. Are we well?
Yay!
Welcome to the UK's best online new comedy act of this evening on this day. Welcome. My name is Hayley. I'm your host on Compare for this evening. I'll explain how Beat the Frog works in a moment if you haven't seen it before. Just give me a wave online if you've seen Beat the Frog before. A few of you? All of you? Great. That's it then. That's done. Let's get off. If you haven't been before, don't worry. I will explain the rooms very shortly. I'll be having a little chat to you. It's bloody lovely to be back in the Frog and Bucket. I haven't been here for a while. For a few reasons, obviously, we've had the old COVID. Have you heard of that? You heard of that? Yeah. And I had a baby last year as well. So I've not been in jeans for 2 years, honest to God. Do you know when you go on holiday after like 2-week holiday and you're trying to pack your suitcase at the end of the night and trying to get everything in? That's what it was like getting in these tonight. So it's lovely to be here. Let's have a chat. Let's see who we've got in. And who are we going to choose? By the way, just say hello to David, our lovely tech.
Hi.
Hello, David.
Hello, David.
Hello, David.
Look at his lovely face. It's his birthday tomorrow. 58. You wouldn't believe it, would you? It's really good. It's got one of those filters on. David, pick me someone to chat with. While he's doing that, it's International Women's Day today. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Hello, you're right there. Who have we got there then? Let's have a look. Hello.
Yes.
Dave and Jess. Dave, you're slightly threatening at the minute there, Dave and Jess. I'm not going to lie, like with the lighting as well in your living room, it sort of looks like a Crime Watch reconstruction happening there. Just where's the big light? Put the big light on. Dave and Jess. Hello, Dave and Jess. Are you a couple?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long do you live together?
3 years.
Yeah.
3 years, Jess? You didn't sound so sure there. 3 years. 3 years.
Oh, 4
Where did you
years,
meet?
sorry, yeah.
4 years. A whole fucking year missing. Is that the COVID years? You're just discounting them?
Yeah.
It doesn't count, does it?
No, it doesn't count. Fuck it. It doesn't count. So where did you two meet then?
In uni, about 10 years ago.
Was he your lecturer, was he? Or
Yeah.
shouldn't really fuck with David. You are?
I'm older by 5 months.
By 5 months?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Jess. That is petty. 5 months older than you, actually. So I actually know a lot more than you, David. I've been around 5 months more. So you met at uni. Which uni did you go to?
Cumbria.
Cumbria. Oh, fucking hell. All right, let's move on. Let's pick someone else, David. No, I'm joking. He has moved on as well. Fuck it. Were you both on the same course?
No.
No. What courses did you do, Jess?
I did social work.
Social work. And are you a social worker now?
No, I work in the civil service now.
Completely fuck that. and David, what do you do now?
I did criminology. So
Criminology? I can see that, David. Profiling people like yourself.
Name's Dane, not David.
Dane. You're very particular, you, Jess, actually. You brought me up on a few things there. I was scared of you, Dina, but fuck that, it's Jess. I think you'll find he's actually 3 years older than me. So Jess and Dean.
Dane.
Dane. Fuck
Like,
me. Right, Dane.
No, Dane, like Great Dane.
Yeah, Dane, that's what I said. Sorry, I didn't say the great in front of it. Come off, get him off, David. Get him off. I'm joking. You seem lovely. Well, I'll tell you a few things about me, actually, shall I? Like I say, I had a baby last year in February. I'm very, very tired at the minute. I'm absolutely shattered all the time. Any parents can give me a little wave on the Zoom? Yeah, we've got a few. Just the other ones like just I don't want to know. There's 3 girls in the middle, like they look like they should be on Gogglebox. They're like the girls from Leeds. Just in your dressing gown, you're like, fuck it, I'm not putting any. I'm wearing a slanket, mate. See them, David. Francesca, there we go. Nice that you dressed up for the occasion, ladies. Well done. Really could not give any less of a shit. Could you? So, who have we got here then? Who have we got?
This is Ola and this is Shelby.
Oh, Ola and Shelby. Hello. Not great Shelby or great Ola. Just
No.
Ola, Shelby, and Francesca.
Yeah.
Yeah, I presume you're all in the same bubble. Either that, you're just thinking, fucking, I'm not paying £3 each, and it's really bad cheapskates. Yeah. Are you students?
I am.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. It's a very nice apartment you're in for students.
Thank you.
Is it? Is it student accommodation, that?
No,
I was going to say it's got an actual live plant in it. There's no way students have been looking after that.
it's called Cindy.
Yeah, it's called marijuana. That's what that looks like. Getting straight on the... Where do you live again? I'll come round in a bit. It's medication. It's medication. I'm getting old, girls. I've got, do you know what? I've got nowhere. I like literally, you're not supposed to drink caffeine when you're breastfeeding. The lady told me, the health visitor, right? And she's like, you need to find a different energy supply. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, I didn't realise I may as well have been lactating Monster energy drink coming out of me tit. I was having that much of it. She said, you need to find a different energy supply. So I did start doing cocaine. Woo! Not anymore. Why does my baby want to go Creamfields? I don't know. So Francesca, let's have a look at you three again. Like, what course are you on in? Why are you sort of a student, Francesca?
Oh no, we're not students, but Ola is.
So why are you dining out on her student loan in the plush accommodation? Ola, why are you putting up with this shit? You've not even put clothes on to come round to your house. Go round to fucking Ola's. Let's see if she's got that grant in. Where in the country are you, girls?
Salford.
Salford, fucking hell, it is like that as well. I was joking about the grow on, but now I'm like, fucking check their loft. There's more where that come from. Salford Uni then. Salford Uni, yeah. What are you studying?
English and drama.
And drama. Look at the way you went quiet on drama. English and drama. It's exactly what your parents didn't want you to study. Get the English in there, Ola. You're not just doing drama.
That's exactly what
It was. And have you two dropped out of uni then?
No, we graduated.
We've graduated.
Ah, okay. Well done. Did you graduate? When did you graduate?
I graduated in graphic design.
Very nice. Do you do websites?
No, just pretty much posters.
Just posters, like Edinburgh posters for cheap?
I mean, I guess so, yeah.
How much? We'll chat later. I'll be nice. I'll leave you alone. And what do you? And Francesca, what do you do?
Psychology and criminology.
And what are you doing now?
I work in sales.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Like I did a contemporary performance art degree, which literally going around looking at shits on the floor, going that really means something. That's 2-1. 2-1 I got. Don't know what. And what would you like to do? What would you like? What would be your dream job?
Probably a lawyer now.
A lawyer.
Yeah.
You've watched too much Netflix during downtime, haven't you?
I watched.
You've been what?
I watched Suits and I was like, I want to do that.
That's what I'm fucking doing. I'm going to represent those. Right, fucking let's sort this out now, yeah? I can represent myself in court and get rid of that weed plant, right? I can talk myself out of it. Well, it's been lovely to talk to you, girls. I'm going to come back to you in a bit. Would you like to be one of our card holders?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, go on then.
Yes.
So what's going to happen, right? I've explained I'll tell you what, I'll do it now. I'll explain the rules of Beat the Frog now. So if you haven't seen Beat the Frog before, basically it's a new act competition. So some of these acts are brand new. They may never have done a gig before. They may have done a few gigs before, but it is a new act competition. We're very friendly. We're a very nice new act competition. The aim of the game is to last 5 minutes, right? So in a minute, I'm going to pick 3 people to be what we would call normally card holders, right? New acts are going to come to the stage. You're going to try and last 5 minutes, which if you're a male, you know, it's a lot longer than what you think it feels like. So they're going to come up here, try and last 5 minutes. If they're not for you, if it isn't for your taste, you're not sure of them, you pop your card up. 3 cards go up, and then we'll hear this sound. Hashtag be kind. So that's what will happen. If, however, 3 cards don't go up, 1 card, 2 cards, as long as 3 cards don't go up, they last 5 minutes, then you'll hear this sound. That is the frog song. And they will beat the frog. And what will happen then is at the end, we'll have everyone who's beat the frog. We will let you know who they are. They'll do a little poll online. You get to vote for our winner. They will win fuck all. But it makes a great Facebook status, doesn't it? So brilliant. I'll get the likes in. So that's what's going to happen. Now, what would normally happen is I'm looking for people, for card holders who are a little bit firm but fair. That's what we want, right? We don't want it to be too harsh. We don't want them to come on and you go, no, I don't like the fucking shoes, putting your card up, right? We don't want that. There might be a reason, do you know what I mean? Mine are from Shoe Zone. We can't help it, right? But so I'm not looking for people who are absolute bastards, right? We want someone who's firm but fair. But at the same time, we don't want you to be too nice. We don't want you to be like, I'm just going to sit it out for the 5 minutes because, do you know, I really don't want to affect the confidence, right? We don't want that either. Because this is a new act competition. We want them to learn and get better. That's the whole point of it and stuff like that. So firm but fair people we're looking for. So let's go back to Francesca again, if that's all right. Can I call you Fran?
Cheska.
All right, fuck off.
I didn't know the second half.
Mate, you're wearing a slanket. You can fuck off with your Cheska. Cheska, actually. You are.
You can call me Fran.
I'm just going to call you. No, I'm not. I'm going to choose the middle bit now and just call you Cheska. Right. Right, usually you'd have a card to hold up, right? We haven't got cards. So if you've got a household object you could hold up or something, maybe the weed plants, could you go and get that? Is that not too heavy?
That's massive, but I do have other plants.
I'm sure you do. Sure you do. But they need the heat. They need the heat to grow and they need to stay in the loft insulated. What other plants have you got?
I have this one.
Let's have a look. Yeah, that'll do. There you go. Hold your plants up. So what we need to do, you seem very firm but fair, ladies. What? Give him about a minute and a half. Let him get going, okay? Let him get going. If they're still not for you, hold your plant up. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? What am I doing with my life? My mum's watching this. Hold the plant up, right? Keep that plant held up so we can see it. Don't put it down again because otherwise we wouldn't know what's going on. So try and keep it up. Is it light enough for your arms, Cheska?
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Brilliant stuff. Give a round of applause to our first card holders. There we are. Would you like to pick someone else for me, David? What about Peter? Peter's here every week, isn't he? Do you normally do it, Peter?
I've done it before. And
would you like to do it, Peter?
Go on.
Bloody lovely. Peter, if you don't know, is here every week. And I've watched a few, Peter, and you have the best laugh. and also a wonderful screensaver. Unless you're out in the street, Peter, then that's fucking worrying. Every week just there. Fucking hell. So, Peter, where are you in the country?
Oldham, just up the road.
Oldham. No wonder you got a screensaver on in the background, Peter. So have you got anything you can hold up? What's that? Are you heckling me? I can't believe I've been virtually heckled by what I thought was the nicest man in Oldham. Do you know what I was just going to say? I think Peter's too nice for this, but now I can see the inner twat in him. You're sold, Peter. Peter, you're going to be our next card holder. Round of applause for Peter. Yes, give it up. Would you choose one more for me, David, if that's it? At random. Just see myself on the screen and I have put on weight. Oh, here we go. Look at these two. They've got the dog ready, haven't you? Let's see who we've got. Oh, what kind of dog is that?
Cabochon.
A what?
A cabochon.
A cabochon. It's like Cheska, isn't it? But like dog form. I just called you a dog. I'm so sorry, Cheska. I don't know. I haven't been out the house. I haven't been out the house in fucking weeks. So sorry. What are your two names? Hello.
I'm Mia.
I'm Mel.
Yeah, hello. Mia and Mel. We'll do M&M in the house there. And hello, you two. And have you been to Beat the Frog before?
Last week.
Last week. And did you have to hold your dog up last week, didn't you?
No, but we can this time.
I know, you got him ready. I love the way you like get in the fucking living room, dog. Look how sad the dog looks like. Please don't lift it. Oh, look at the little eyes on him. It's like an RSPCA advert. Oh, bless him. So how are you gonna pick the dog up? Because he's already on your knee. So how are we gonna know, apart from the sadness in the dog's eyes, that we're
put a
out?
hat on him.
You could have Oh my God. It's like Buckaroo, but the other way around, isn't it?
The hat of shame.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Keep the earpieces. Just what about some glasses and a fake moustache as well?
Yeah, we can do that.
I thought you were joking, but oh my God, it's amazing. It's like watching Emily in Paris all over again. This is brilliant.
Oh.
So bitchy, wasn't it? Brilliant. Well done, girls. Give it up for Eminem, everyone. Eminem, give it up for them. So we're going to start the act. We're going to start the night. We're going to welcome our first actor. So some of the acts will be on Zoom. Some of the acts will be live in here at the Frog and Bucket tonight. So just be aware of that. Will be flitting back and forth. And like I say, give them about a minute and a half. If it's still not for you, hold your card up, and then we'll go from there. So are we up for a good night? Yes, we bloody are. So our first act, let me get me a little bit of paper out, is... first act is on Zoom, and it's Martina. So everyone give it up for Martina!
Hello, virtual people. Hello, amazing women. So, yeah, how do you like this? Yeah, probably we already started. We just started. You don't know much about it. But what I really, really like of this virtual comedy stand-up is that I can get to see your shaggy sofas, right, Dane? Is it right, Jess? Right pronunciation. The sad thing is that I won't get to try any of your sofas tonight. Something else I really like is that we can cough on each other. We don't need to get tested after. And actually, after a live show, I would always go and get tested for pregnancy. Something else I really love of this is that, you know, I can maximize my time. I've got someone doing my pedicure right now. Carry on! Carry on! Red nail polish. She's super sweet. She's super kind. And I also maximize my time by having dates while I do this. So probably there are a couple of guys who are watching me. You can't see their faces because they're too stingy. Probably they're wanking already. Yeah, and when I used to perform live, I could never invite my dates because their age range is not really allowed to have yet. So except for the fact that my grandma is here staring at me, I really enjoy this. But you know, she's an amazing woman, my role model. She gave me the best life advice. So I wanted to get a tattoo done. And she said, Martina, make sure you get a tattoo of something you're going to love for the rest of your life. So I went.
Should be doing.
Yeah, can you read this? But actually, I always get overboard. So I got this one as well. I knew you'd appreciate Peter. Yeah. So when I looked at these pinners on my body, I thought, oh my God, I had the idea of the century. Do you know when they say that guys think with their dicks? Well, actually, let's give them two. We should give them, guys, a couple of penises. So I think that could change everything. First of all, we'd have I got muted. I don't know if that's a sign. We'll get consistent, a long-lasting pleasure, because if one penis doesn't work or stops working, you can carry on with the other one. So already on the pipeline. And then actually the economy would expand. Imagine just the trousers industry. And like, what about the condom industry? If you can do your maths, Tracy, actually it will double, because two penises, then double revenue. Yeah, so and actually one last thing I must say, we would all have threesomes as a standard. So think about it. I funded a party. You can vote for me. It's called the Double Penis Party. And yeah, not that type of party, Alex and Kit. Another type of party. Not that type of double penis party. Yeah, I don't know if you've found yourself using a dating app in a pandemic. I have, as you can probably imagine. And actually, I think that a lot of issues could be solved by better filtering functions. So for example, length, I really like a very, very long relationship. And that's what I would need. I would need a filter. I would, with all these difficulties currently, I wouldn't even leave my bedroom for something like less than 24 years or centimeters. Another function I would really love is a slider, the emotion availability slider that goes from "Can I meet your grandma?" to what was your name again? Sorry. And actually, I am totally emotionally unavailable right now. So much that I can't even make it to a guy's bedroom to have sex. I must have it in the living room on the sofa with the door open. And actually, with the car open, with the engine running, and with my grandma on the driving seat, just waiting for me to be done. That's how emotionally unavailable I am.
Give it up for Martina, everybody! How long did she do, Colin?
5 minutes.
Oh. I'm going to say she did really well. really close. Oh, God. I've had some of Cheska's drugs, honestly. It's affecting me. Well done, Martina. Give her a round of applause for that. Well done, Martina. First act, never easy to go on easy as well, and she beat the frog. So we're ready for our next act. We're going to have our next act. It's Amy Webber. So 1, 2, 3, give her a round of applause. Give her for Amy Webber.
Hi. So last year, some of you might remember Rishi Sunak suggesting that people in the arts should retrain, but I was really determined not to retrain, mostly because I can't be asked. So I thought I'll try and keep my job. I'll send my CV off to a load of people, but I was like, how can I make my CV different? So I turned it into a song. And as much as this is a comedy gig, please do actually bear me in mind for any work. Thank you. Name. Amy Webber. Qualifications. EA and Emma's. Email. amywebbersinger@gmail.com. Serious inquiries only, please. Things I can do. I'll do anything to pay my rent, like writing a song for your event. Could be your wedding, your birthday, your funeral too. R.I.P. to my freelance career. You want it upbeat? Well, there's more I can do. I can add a kick and a snare drum too. You want a bass line? I'll add that for you. I'll keep going even if the music stops. I got a clean driver's license, got no beef with the cops. And my DBS proves that I'm not a perv. So I could teach kids if you'd like to observe. Okay, I can literally hear you. So, do, re, mi. Your turn.
Do, re, mi.
Wow, that was fantastic, boys and girls. Super work. I've got an opera degree that's never been useful. And I've got Spotify, which also means I could be a DJ. I'm cycling proficient and I speak Japanese. Kono uta watashi ga daisuki da yo. Got my 50-meter badge and my bronze DOB and a B in my food tech GCSE. I hope it's pretty clear that I can sing, so please give me your number if you're hiring. Thank you. That was my first song.
Hey!
Thanks. This is my second song. I've got a better intro than that. So you might know today is the 8th of March and it's the first day of Boris's roadmap out of lockdown. And I don't know about you, but I find the rules quite confusing sometimes. So I thought I'd write a song to take you through the dates and the regulations of this roadmap. And I actually sent it to Matt Hancock because I thought it could be a good way of doing the brief, but he said no. What will change, I hear you ask? Kids go back to school, but they have to wear a mask. One nominated person can visit your care home. You can meet your mates for a picnic or get up and roll. Hey, remember these rules. The stay-at-home rule will end. Outdoor sports resume. Play tennis with a friend. We see the return of the rule of 6. Outdoors or in the garden, you're allowed to mix. In the last week of Feb, did you hear what Boris said? There's a roadmap ahead, so we can put lockdown to bed. The dance moves are completely unnecessary. Our gardens and shops will open, so will the gyms. You can book in with the salon and finally get a trim. Rent a house and have a UK holiday, and 15 guests can attend your special day. On the 17th of May, 2 households can meet inside. Play areas open if you're partial to a slide. Groups of 30 people can celebrate. Museums will open, you can go to the
Hey.
Amy Webber! Give it up for Amy Webber. She beats the frog. Peter, you were proper going for it. It's like you were peeling your face off. Let me talk to Peter a minute. I was proper. I was loving the moves. Are you missing the old club? Are you missing the old clubbing, Peter?
Yes, yeah. Well, getting out of the house really, but
It's what, sorry?
Getting out of the house really.
What? Which clubs do you hit, Peter?
Well, comedy clubs mostly, but
Just raving in the middle of the fucking floor. I love this one about garlic bread. It's fucking brilliant. Well done, Amy Webber. She beat the frog. We've got another Zoom act now. It's Vicky Libera. I asked her how to say her name before I did this, and I fucked it up. Vicky Libera. So off to 3, 1, 2, 3, go for Vicky Libera!
Good evening, everybody. Hello. I can see a lot of happy faces on the Zoom tonight, and I'm assuming that is because we're all very happy that the kids are back at school today. Yes! Oh my God. If there is one thing that I've learned throughout this pandemic, apart from the fact that I'm going to staple my vagina together so I don't have to have any more children, is the fact that I'm really fucking thick. Because my son, you think kids are going to ask like really deep philosophical questions, but no, he doesn't ask, where do we come from? What is life? You know what I mean? He asks questions that everyone wants to know the answer to, like, Mummy, why do goats have beards? It's like, right, what do you do with that? But we Googled it, and I'm here to educate you now. Goats have beards because they're all hipster twats. If you're offended by that, take it up with Google, not me, because they said it. But I am really glad to be part of the Google generation, because our folks needed to actually know shit. I don't have to know anything. I can just hop to Google and ask them, you know what I mean? School's different to what it was like when I was a kid. Obviously, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but my son loves art. And yes, I have a child. And he drew a picture the other day, and I think we can all safely say that it is a bit shit, but you're not meant to tell them that. But he drew a garden. It's his depiction of a garden. And if you can see, he's got, this is how he explained it to me. It's like he's got his park there, which is really nice. He's got the pool, so we can go for a swim. And then we've got the doorway to the underworld. And I've got to be honest, that did concern me a bit, and I had to try and break the news to him that we're not going to find that on Rightmove. Another thing that the school does is they send home really silly questions, like, if Patricia has 17 apples and David is hoovering the stairs, how many times can your nutty neighbour Neville strip and run down the street naked, clutching a Bible before he gets tasered by the police? Like, turns out the answer is 12, and they're moving house. Watches a lot of YouTube, my son. He mainly watches videos of other kids playing games, and I sort of asked him, why do you do that? Why don't you just play the game yourself? And he said, well, if I watch it, it makes me better at it. And I sort of kind of understood his logic, but I watch crime channels all the time, and I'm really shit at getting rid of dead bodies. So I'm not too sure that works. Obviously, the homeschooling has been hard for everybody. I have actually, and I'm afraid to admit this, but I have contemplated adoption because I look at my son and I think he deserves better. I've got friends who've adopted, so I've spoken to them. I've spoken to the local adoption centre, and it turns out that no one wants to adopt a 34-year-old manic depressive with abandonment issues. So my son is stuck with me for a little bit longer. I mean, obviously, if you haven't noticed, I'm a bit mental, or as I like to identify as neurologically diverse. It does sound a lot less like threatening. It's like, I'm not going to be licking windows and wearing one of them coats that let you hug yourself. But if you do piss me off, just keep an eye on your toothbrush, because I may or may not use it as a toilet cleaner. If it's electric, I might even use it as a vibrator, but don't tell anyone I suggested that. Obviously, people are dating through the lockdown. I've dated a little bit through lockdown, but my first ever date was when I was 12. I know I started late. And I met this lad, Jack. He was gorgeous. And we met on the paper round, because that's where you met in our village. And we sort of, I bigged myself up, got his phone number. I was really excited. And then I thought, right, I'll go home. I'll write a script, because I am a bit like socially inept. So I was like, write a script to ring him. What I didn't fathom was that his mother might answer the phone. I shut myself. I panicked. And long story short, me and Beverly went on a lovely date. She took me to the park. We had pizza. We had milkshake. It was everything you'd ever dream of. Often people ask me, and by often I mean never, why I'm single. And I used to think it was because I was mental. I used to think it was because I was left-handed. I used to think it was because I didn't forward that chain email to 10 of my closest friends 5 years ago. But it's actually because I'm a millennial. Now, if I talk about millennialism, it can kind of get a bit awkward, because I'm an elder millennial and I don't quite like that. But I'm scared that we're going to get to a point where people are just communicating through.
Vicky Libera beats the frog. Well done, Vicky. Great wallpaper there. She says it's her son's bedroom, but there's no way.
My son's bedroom, but it's all right. He's not here.
Is it your son's bedroom?
Yes, it is.
All right, Vicky. Okay. She's a customer there. Oh, Chenka. We're going to have another act. Is this an act in the room now? Let me have a look. Yes. Oh, yeah. We've got another act in the venue now. So please make her feel very welcome, and welcome to the stage, a wonderful Christina Taylor.
Should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now?
I'm so excited to be back here. This is my first time here in the Apollo. Frog and Bucket branch, and virtual and face-to-face time category. Yeah, so I have a very big news. Are you excited? Woo! Hey, yeah, are you excited over there?
Yeah.
Is that Francesca over there? Right, so Yeah, I'm back to being single, by the way. I'm back to being single the third time around. I'm not learning on my. So so I'm available, going to be available for those who, anyone here is single in the audience and virtually, anyone single? Oh, there is it you, Peter, all the way from Bolton. Oh my goodness. Right, so single over there, please submit your resume to, you're the responsible here, Haley, the MC. Yeah, and now their CV will be submitted to you. Is that all right? Because you are the responsible in this. Right, so, and those who are in the houses, you can submit your online application to Indeed. Indeed, I have escaped from that situation. Okay. Right. So this is lockdown, isn't it? It's really, really run down everything. Now, I am becomes a bit scary lately because I thought I'm going to also grow my mustache and beard. Every time you go outside, you can see people with mustache, and they can go to barbershops. And before I start, almost all of you do not know me, so I want to introduce myself first. My name is Christina, not Aguilera. Right, so let me spell my name first so I won't forget my name. Starts with letter C. C is for Corona. If you don't want Corona, COVID. R is for row your boat is going down the street. I is for I don't know. S is for shh. They are busy. Yeah. They are busy. Don't disturb mommy and daddy. Just joking. Right. T is for Tinder. Someone is on Tinder in there. I is for I love you 3 times a day, 4 times a week, 1 times a year, Christmas time. And N is for none of the above. And A is Apple Tower. So that's my name, Christina. And then so I become single and I separate. I'm living separately now, and then I'm living with is Pakistani household, teaching me how to cook real, genuine biryani. Now I want to learn, so I went.
Christina Taylor beats the frog. She's very happy. I was waiting for the hat to go on the dog there.
Oh.
I was waiting for you to dress it. Where's the dog gone?
He's depressed.
He's depressed. That poor fucking dog. He was like, I should be in my bed by now.
He's losing the will to live, bless him.
He's a what?
He's losing the will to live.
Skills, I'm glad you joined in. 2 real uplifting women there, Eminem.
Just tell he doesn't understand.
He doesn't understand.
He doesn't. He
why you
can't.
help. Is it your dog, girls?
No.
No. Fuck me. Whose dog is it?
I don't know.
You don't know. Is this happening? Am I actually speaking to these people? Can anyone else smell toast?
Yeah.
But David, put them two on the camera. I need to see that they're actually real and I'm not having a medical issue. Right, girls. So whose dog is this?
I don't know where did you get them from.
He was on the canal.
We
He was
found
on
him.
the canal. Maybe give the fucking dog back. No wonder it's looking sad. It's my real mum and dad.
Oh my god. Oh look.
Have you checked its chips? This is just turning into the RSPCA live now. I'm looking at its face and I can see genuinely it's like when Diana was interviewed by Martin Bashir. Look at its eyes. Right, we're going to swap card holders. I'm not having this. I can't have the dog wearing a hat in a house it doesn't belong in. Girls, I'm taking you down. I'm swapping card holders. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Has anyone got a number for animal rights? Who else would like to be a card holder? Liz, would you like to be a card holder, Liz?
I'm next. I'm the next.
Oh, well, no,
I'd love to. Yes, I'd love to.
There's a reason why I've not been seen on TV before. There we go. Oh, well, I have been seen actually. We don't pay, take it away, but that was just brief career in that. Who else would like to be a card holder? Who else have we got? I just want them. Tracy. Hello, Tracy. Let's have a little chat with Tracy.
Hi.
Having a fucking fag. That's what we want, Tracy. Fucking hell. We want someone in the dressing gown having a fag with a cup of tea. That's going to be there ready. I'll tell you that I'll put my card up, Hayley. Garden plants. I didn't do drugs before. I definitely am after tonight. Tracy, how are you going to hold your card up? You're just going to fucking sig burn the camera? How's that going to work? You're going to hold your garden plants book up?
Yes. We'll do go.
Do you know what? It's a real morale boost doing this for your career. One woman sigging it. I'm putting me fucking hyacinth up. So what do you do, Tracy, for a living?
Oh, I'm a manager for Tesco.
Oh, yeah. Fucking essential worker there, Tracy. Look at that. Fucking got the power
just
now.
in Small Express.
There's nothing wrong with Small Express, but I'm always disappointed when my sat-nav drives me to one. I'm like, fuck me. Why can't it be the big one? I love the Express. I used to work in an Asda, Tracy.
Oh.
Yeah. Happy to help, Hayley. Oh my God, that's like Waitrose to Tracy. How impressed are you by that? You come closer to the camera. What did you say? And as do you say, it's turned into West Side Story, Tracy. How much is your friends and family discount? How much do you get off now?
Yeah.
How much?
Yeah.
10%.
10%. 10%. Not worth it. It's not worth being nice to you, Tracy. As well. 15% when you get paid. It's not worth being nice to you, Tracy, and moving on.
The week you get paid.
I don't believe you work at all, Tracy.
That's incentive.
I like you, Tracy. Which Tesco Express is it? I'm going to come in tomorrow, get me discount.
Oh, it's in Lincolnshire.
Oh, maybe not. I mean, I'm a cheapskate, Tracy, but I'm not going to drive to Lincolnshire for 15% off.
No.
Unless it's for vodka. Right, we've got another act. I'm so sorry, Liz. So we've got Elizabeth Bane. She's going to be with us on Zoom. How did you know that, Hayley? Just spoke to her. So, yes, Tracy, your card is your garden book, yeah? Lovely stuff. So, Elizabeth Baines, give it up for Elizabeth Baines after 3, 1, 2, 3, start the applause. Looks like Elizabeth Baines.
Should I stay or should I go now?
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm Liz,
Hello.
and I am a recovering vegan. Ever since I started eating meat again, I've recovered my energy, I've recovered my sense of humour, and I've recovered my friends. I identify as human, but sometimes I behave like a cow. I don't let strange people milk me, but my farts are severe enough to destroy the environment. You know, when you get something in your eye, it hurts like hell, you rub it and it disappears. Where does it go? I was wondering about this the other night, and I concluded that the back of our eyes must be like the back of the sofa, full of missing pen tops, lost coins, and my ex-housemate's dignity. My friend has a dog and she likes to dress it up. The weird thing is, though, is she dresses it in t-shirts and jumpers, but she never puts any underpants or trousers on it, which is what it really needs. My friend's dog likes me a little bit too much. Whenever I go to her house, it jumps up on my knee and immediately its bright pink little willy pops out. My friend thinks that's funny. I find it traumatic. It's unacceptable for a dog or a man to jump up on my knee uninvited with an erection. I try the usual things to get rid of it. I say I've got a headache or I've just started my period, but the dog won't leave me alone. I often worry that this rapist dog might get me pregnant, and I wonder, what would that create? A womog, a dog ale, Boris Johnson? But I suppose it would just be non-bonery. It would be fun having a four-legged baby, but it'd be embarrassing giving birth in the vet's doggy style. I no longer go to my friend's house so much because of this dog, unless she's cooking me dinner, of course, because that's what us women do, isn't it? We accept a little bit of light molestation in return for a free dinner. Or in this case, I should say some heavy petting. So I found out recently that my godson is 16 and not 7 as I thought. I was like, I better pay him a visit before it gets awkward for him sitting on my knee. I'm joking. That kid doesn't come anywhere near me. I catch him staring at me sometimes, though. He gives me this look that says, "You haven't got any kids. I'm going to inherit a lot of money from you someday." And when he does that, I stare back at him with a look that says, "I haven't got any kids. I also haven't got a pension. You're going to be financially responsible for me." Because I'm a spinster, you're also probably going to be in charge of wiping my ass. Who do bored housewives have affairs with now there are no milkmen left? The Amazon delivery boy? Uber Eats, shoots and leaves? My washing machine lies to me. It always happens just as I'm about to leave the house. I think I'll just check, see if the washing's finished, and it always says 1 minute to go. So I wait, and I wait, and I wait. 15 minutes later, it still says 1 minute to go. And it's clearly because it's been designed by a man. Because men never do anything when they say they're going to. This is why all digital personal assistants are female. Imagine if instead of asking Alexa a question, you asked Alex. His response would be, "Could we maybe do this later? I'm watching the football." You then have to remind him, and he still wouldn't give you.
Still got my mask on. How long did she do, Colin?
4 minutes 20.
So close. Elizabeth Baines, everyone, give it up for Elizabeth Baines. We've got 4 card holders, but we're just sticking with it. That's how it goes. The dog's wearing the hat. It's a fucking cruel thing, but we're. I mean, otherwise we're going to be here all night. I swear to God, it's like the Shawshank Redemption beat the frog tonight. It's lovely that everyone's beating it. It's such a brilliant thing. By the way, it's International Women's Day today.
Hooray!
It's like Santa Claus. It's a one night a year. I'm guaranteed to work. Come on! So we've got another act. Who have we got next? Charlotte Crocker, who's going to be in the venue. So after 3, give a round of applause for Charlotte Crocker. 1, 2, 3. Charlotte Crocker!
Should I stay or should I go now?
Sometimes you've got to be your own hype man. Hello, everybody. Well, every head and shoulders. I'm Charlotte Crocker. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm absolutely freezing, so I'm being a little bitch, and I've got my coat on. Please don't judge. So, yeah, I'm Charlotte Crocker. I'm going to level with you. I'm not a massive fan of my last name. Like, I know it's not something awful like cockhead or something, but it's often misheard as crapper, which is embarrassing, especially at comedy gigs, because I want people to laugh at me, but I don't want people to laugh at me that much, okay? It also is an offensive mispronunciation because I am a celiac and do shit myself on the daily, so, you know, don't like to be reminded of that. No, I'm not related to Roy Crocker off Coronation Street. However, our nose structure and mutual love for sustainability and reusable chopper bags is very suspicious. Did my mum get freaky on the cobbles? Did she wobble Roy Crocker's cobbles? I apologise, I've brought the taste of the show down there. But no, honestly, the amount of times whenever I meet someone new and they say, oh, Charlotte Crocker, oh, Crocker is in like Roy Crocker, so are you related to Roy Crocker off Coronation Street? Yes, I'm descendant from a fictional character. Everyone's so afraid of 5G and what it really means. Well, I'm here to tell you all the truth tonight. It makes made up, ridiculous people real. They trialed it with Lawrence Fox on Twitter, and now you've got me, the sperm baby of Roy Crocker of Coronation Street. Are you related to Roy Crocker? Look at yourself and log off, because you clearly need some time away from the screen. And I am one to talk. I am addicted to my phone. What with the lockdown and life basically existing online, I am so afraid of my screen time notification. If you don't know what the screen time icon system is, basically, it's something that's on a couple of phones and it tells you how long you've been on your phone and what apps you use the most. I know how long I've been on my phone, because I don't get off my phone. So I am terrified every Sunday afternoon when I can feel the pissy blue sun timer icon loading up on my lock screen. Charlotte, your screen time for this week has been 50.
Shut the curtain of truth. Don't let in the light. Let me bask in the ignorance of dark mode.
It's too shameful. Like, I've seen the Social Dilemma documentary on Netflix, right? I wish I could delete all of my social media presences and be a digital nomad. But what would I do then? Look out the window and see what sulfur drug deals happening today? Try and pretend that I haven't been an eyewitness to Cheska and a gal pals going off and getting the good kush? Like, read a book. Bitch, my attention span is shit enough just to be trying to look at every single camera in this 5-minute set. Have a conversation with my boyfriend. About what? Is it a UTI, or have I just sat down in my jeans for too long? Like, at the end of the day, if I went on a social media detox and actually put my phone down for once, what would I be looking at? My flatmates on the sofa looking down at their phones. There is no escape. There is absolutely no point. No, I'm not related to Roy Crocker off Coronation Street. I'm related to Adrian Crocker, my dad. So we have my dad to blame for my surname, and I don't like my surname because of its meaning. Because there are some surnames out there that are really cool and they denote like historical information about your ancestors. Like, oh, my last name means legend, or it means like I'm a super strong, sexy boy. All I have to show for my surname is the phrase "come a cropper," which is ironically what my dad did when he made me. Come a cropper. It means someone who has been hit by a serious misfortune. All right, so someone who has failed massively. Now, because I was born a cropper, it means I was born an immediate failure. And I would have taken cockhead or something over an immediate failure. And my dad says that that's being dramatic and that I should just learn to take it on the chin, but I can't. I got a butt chin. That shit just slides right off. There is only one redeemable thing about having a butt chin, and that is it's a conversation starter. Well, you've got a butt chin. Yeah. Can I squish it? Okay. It's a conversation starter and also sort of a conversation ender, but I'm an optimist, and I do actually like my butt chin. Yes, it looks like a bum, ha ha ha, but I'm body positive. I post on the socials, gotta give the lads a little bit of a thirst trap and
Charlotte Crocker beats the frog. Charlotte Crocker. I was watching you, Tracy, on that. That fag must have lasted 10 minutes still. What the fuck? How long are your fags? Are they like king size? It's just like never ending. You're like Robbie Coltrane in Cracker, Tracy. He's fucking never going out. Well, you're right. I can't really see you sometimes because of the smoke, Tracy. It's like stars in your eyes in your fucking living room. You tried vaping? Oh. You get 15% off fags, don't you? You can fucking tell that. Tracy. You're still our card holder, Tracy. You're aware of that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just wanted to check in because I've got me M&M over there as well. Still doing it. Yeah, I'm fucking scared of you two. I'm not gonna lie. We found this in the canal along with this sofa and this house. We've got another act on Zoom. It's Scarlett Dobson. So after 3, 1, 2, 3, give it up for Scarlett Dobson.
Should I go now?
Hey guys, how you doing? All good. So I'm going to be honest, I should have prepared a set, but today, of all days, the Dobson family household have been preparing for something more important, the Oprah Winfrey interview that is on right now. So I just want to remind the card holders that you all got cards because we're taking it seriously in this household. My mum ordered a curry. They were taking it down seriously. Yeah, we got the 12 points this morning, but we were there like, oh my God, which one do you think it was? And everyone's accusing Philip, right, for the whole racist comment. I don't think it is. I think it was Camilla. If you think about it, because I'm mixed race, right? So I just explain my heritage because everyone's looking at me like, did you go on a gap year? No, everyone was a gap year last year. It was the government enforced one we were given. But so basically, my heritage is my mother's Irish, Indian, and Caribbean. So my mum was born in Dublin but raised in Guyana. So she's like the reverse of Windrush, more windswept and interesting. And so my heritage is I've got a lot of white in my family, which means I can talk about this stuff, but I can also laugh at you for it. So like my white family, sometimes they say something a bit racist. Like my grandma will say something and I'm like, oh, grandma, what are you like? You can't say stuff like that. But then when my dad's girlfriend says something to me, I'm like, bitch, hell, fuck, no. So it was definitely, I think it's Camilla. I think I'm going to put some money on that. Definitely Camilla. Definitely. That's where I'm going with it. I've done a bad thing in this household. My mum wanted to be downstairs with the big telly, the big telly. She's had to go upstairs because of this gig. And she's not proud of this, my career, because, she's like, you can't keep going on stage. You can't keep going on Zoom. Calling me an immigrant. I wish you could just fill in the paperwork because then we can all call her a citizen. She doesn't like it. No. She doesn't sound like that, but I have to do that so the Home Office can't identify her. I don't know what she's going to be putting in her census form. It's going to be very interesting this year. But how's everyone finding lockdown? How are you all doing? We're gonna be out soon. We're gonna be out soon. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm going to go on the dating apps. Because what happened was I got LinkedIn, right? Because I made unemployed, but I got LinkedIn and I made sure I got LinkedIn Premium for that first 3 months. And you know what you do when you get that LinkedIn Premium? Stalk your ex. Make sure where he's at. And I don't know what's happened with LinkedIn. It's now not professional. They start announcing dumb shit. And he announced that he's now got engaged. He did that in January. And I had to find some solace in that. And I thought, you know what? I think he's got engaged in January, which means he brought the ring in the sales. And I did try dating during that little mid bit of lockdown. And so I was on this diet. It was called Universal Credits. And I was on this date with this guy I really didn't want to be on. And he just said the weirdest comment to me. He's just saying, I don't know why you're wearing your glasses. I was like, what do you mean? I've got to wear my glasses so I can see. He was like, oh, you're just 2 points less when you wear them. And I had to laugh because I needed him to pay. But he didn't laugh when I said, you look much better when I take mine off as well. I'm looking forward to now actually being able to go and travel. because I've got an Irish passport. So if there's anyone single out there and you've got a little bit of cash, I'm happy to give you my Irish citizenship. But it's really interesting because I went to America before lockdown, in 2019, I went to America, and they scan your passport and they're like, oh, somebody with an Irish passport's coming over to America. How lovely for them. And then they look at me on CCTV and go, fuck, how did a Mexican get an Irish passport? And they took me in for questioning, right? And it was actually it was an intense interrogation. They made me do a strip search, but I always plan ahead for those things, I got a wax. Because I'll be damned if I ever step into the United States of America and have anyone think I support Bush. And they asked me what my background was, and I told them I'm mixed race, and they said, no, you can't call yourself mixed race, you have to call yourself dual heritage. Fuck off. Because dual means two, if you want me to identify as two things, fine, I'm half sperm, half egg. It's a bit mad, so it is a bit mad, because I do get asked, oh, but where do you come from? I'm like, all right, I'm a Londoner. And then they go, no, but where did you originate from? Where did you come from? I'm like, okay, I came from my mother's cunt. And I originate from my dad's bollocks. It's all a bit mad. I can see some of the card holders. I'm so glad you got that up.
Scarlett Thompson, how long did we do?
4 minutes 20.
4 minutes 20, Scarlett. Well done, Scarlett.
Thank you, guys.
Tracy, sorry to go back to you again, Trace. What you've been doing is sort of just showing the book and putting it down. Well,
I wasn't sure. Did I just flash it or do I stand it up?
You don't just lash it, Stacey. You're not shelf stacking in Tesco's now, just throwing your shit on the floor. You got. How the fuck are you a manager? Right, so you got to hold it up, Trace,
and then
keep it up.
So I thought I'd better have it in view all the time. Because it didn't seem to be working.
No, I tell you why it's not in view, because you're using your other thing.
This book just don't work. It's still on.
I feel like I'm in Shameless here, Tracy. Tracy, it does work, but it doesn't work when you're taking your hand away to sig it up, and then you're bringing it back, and then it's going away. It's like you just recommended a book to people who are on Zoom, just like.
Sorry.
We'll find out she's fucking smoking the pages of it after this. There's going to be no book. She's using it as rolly paper. Is that all right now, Trace? You know what we're doing?
Okay.
Right.
We'll open the door, I think.
M&M, you still in there with the hat? How's the dog? It's just getting sadder by the second. It looks like the painting, doesn't it?
Look at his little face.
Look, whose voice was that? Voice of the dog.
The dog
Look at my face. Right, we've got another act. We're only a third of the way through. I'm joking. Right, here we go. Who have we got next? Who have we just had on? Lorna. Have we just had Lorna? No, Lorna's next. Sorry, Lorna. So after in the venue, so we've got Lorna Welsh in the venue. So after 3, 1, 2, 3, start the applause. So the chair on stage, Lorna Welsh.
Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I?
Hello. We all right? We having a good night? It's really exciting to be here. This is the first time I've ever been on the telly. Well, I was on Crime Watch once, but I didn't get paid for it and I didn't really know. So, it's great to be here. I'm originally from Scunthorpe. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's like a shit little town next door to all the other shit little towns like Grimsby and Doncaster and Hull. You might have heard it from the Tiny Temper song, Pass Out, I've been to Southampton, but I've never been to Scunthorpe. And you don't want to, mate, honestly. It's the most polluted town in the UK. There's fuck all there, and even if there was, you won't be able to see it anyway because of all the smog. The only souvenir you'd leave with is asthma. They call it the industrial garden town, but it don't really make any sense because the only plants I've ever seen are the ones in my dad's loft. Tell you what, Chester, it's bigger than yours. But I tried to get a job at the steelworks because Scunthorpe's famous for its British steel, but apparently 3 shoplifting convictions isn't enough stealing experience. So I realised I couldn't stay in Scunthorpe anymore, not to mention it's got the word cunt right in the middle of it. But I did realise, right, you can take the girl out of Scunthorpe, but you can't take the cunt out the girl. Well, you can if you pay and you go to Bangkok. But so Scunthorpe, it is like, they may as well have called it the smoking shelter of the northeast or epicentre of chav, do you know? And I was dead excited to move away, but a lot of people always say, do you know, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. Well, at least it's bloody green. But yeah, I moved to Salford, and do you know, when you're from Scunthorpe, it makes places like Salford look gorgeous, honestly. In Scunthorpe, all they do is shoot heroin. In Salford, they shoot heroin, guns, films. But yeah, I got kicked out of school. I was a little shit. You won't get away with kicking kids now. Thought he had ADHD. They'll say, oh, no, but she'll grow out of it. I don't think it's like a jacket. I struggle growing out of them. They sent me to like a naughty school full of like pregnant teenage girls that had been removed from mainstream education. So at least I didn't get bullied for being fat. But yeah, I've always sort of suffered with ADHD. The teachers always used to bring my mum in and say, look, Lorna needs to start paying attention. And my mum would say, look, I can't afford to pay attention. I've just paid for free school trips you weren't allowed on. All the time where I wouldn't sit still. And the teacher called me mum in and she was like, look, we think Lorna's developing tics. So mum went, don't worry, I'll sort that out. She got me home. She got me in the bathroom, got the knit comb out. Turns out he had knits as well. And that was the only time he ever got full marks. But my mum, she don't believe in ADHD. She think it's just a load of daydreaming. She always says, back in my day, ADHD were just daydreaming. Yeah, well, back in your day, Mum, Jimmy Savile was still a legend. I used to get bullied a lot at school. I was the kid with the eye patch. I was the one-eyed wanker. They all used to call me Lorna and assume I got a shit to school, but I couldn't even afford the bus. But yeah, I remember once my mum forgot my eye patches. And I was buzzing, you know. I thought, nice one, I'm not going to get bullied for once. But she had other ideas. She had a couple of nicotine patches in her bag. And she dumped one of them to my face. And, well, I've been smoking ever since. But I don't know if anyone else has ever done this, if you've ever accidentally called your teacher mum. Well, I used to do it a lot. And it was worse for me because the teacher was more embarrassed than I was. But, yeah, I like making people laugh. It's better than making people cry. My granddad's always brought me up to think, you know, you are what you eat. So I keep trying to eat joke books, but they keep making me gag. So it got me thinking, right? So I said to my granddad, if you are what you eat, you must be eating a lot of cabbages because you're still in that wheelchair. I'm not offending him or anything. That's why I do stand up for him, you know, because he can't. Because he's dead. But yeah, I suffer with a lot of anxiety, you know. I shake a lot. I think like my spirit animal would have been a Jack Russell, you know, like small, yappy, occasionally hump people's legs. I don't do that. And I sweat a lot as well. Like I sweat that much, I get scared I'm going to drown. I've even got some armbands in the back just in case. Like deodorants, they don't work. They call it roll on. It just rolls off. They call it sure. Yeah, I'll show you my sweat patches. Honestly, I think.
Lorna Welsh beats the frog. Well done, Lorna. We all right, Peter? I'm going to swap you up, Peter, because you are the most supportive man ever. I wish you were. I wish you were my dad, Peter. That's all I'm saying. So, Peter, I'm going to swap you with Great Dane, if that's all right. Great Dane. Have you got an object you can hold up?
I got the Maltesers.
Maltesers. They're not going to last long, are they, David? Fucking big bag, them, or is that just because it was close to the screen? Oh, a big bag, aren't they? Well done you. We're just setting up for our next act, so I'll tell you something while we're waiting. I've just started watching, and I'm so late to the party, Married at First Sight Australia. Just give me a wave if you've been watching that. Just one person in the venue. Everyone else is like, we've got fucking lives, Ailey. It's amazing. Right? I'm gonna talk about it anyway if you've not seen it or not. It's basically like it's Married at First Sight, so they're meeting the person they're going to spend the rest of their life with on their wedding day, right? And a team of experts choose the perfect person for them. But it's fucking ridiculous because these experts are like, right, so they'll have the person talking, it'll be like a 20-year-old beautiful woman, and she's like, they'll have a shot of her on a balcony, right, looking sad, you know what I mean, some sad music, and she's like, I mean, I'm 20-year-old now, and all my friends and family have settled down, and I just feel like I'm going to be left on the shelf now at 20 years old. This is my last shot at finding someone, right? Fuck off. You're 20. Fuck off, right? And then she'll say like how she wants a big family and how she loves animals, right? And these are the things that she's looking for in a partner. Yeah, this is what she wants. And then they'll cut to a man called like Mick, who's sat on a fucking ute, right? And he's about 50 years old, and he's like, he'll say something like, yeah, I've had a vasectomy because I don't want any fucking kids, and I slaughter pigs for a living. And the experts are like, do you know what? They seem like a perfect match. Let's pair them up and lock them in, right? And then we have to watch these hookers, right, ruin their lives, but pick up Instagram followers in the process. It's awful. It's just because I've been with my partner now 8 years off and on, like off for 7. And it's every day is great fun. Great Dane, and sorry, was it Joe? What was your name? Sorry, Great Dane's other half. I don't want to get it wrong. She's going to correct me in what I say. Jess. Sorry, Jess. Is he romantic to you? No. Hasn't even give you one fucking Malteser, has he? That's how it's worked. I realised during lockdown that my fella doesn't give me any compliments, right? He says this is the compliment. You're beautiful in my eyes. No. In my eyes. Well, you got that one at the end of it. Started saying, well, your cock looks big in my hand. Fuck off. Anyway, right, new card holders. All card holders ready? Yeah, we're going to have a next act. Our next act is in the venue again. It's Elite. So, ladies and gentlemen, stop the applause and cheer and once the stage, Elite!
Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now?
Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing?
Hey.
Hey. So, are things getting hot and steamy in here, or is it just my glasses mask combo? Yes, COVID pickup lines, they exist. So, I got deep-throated in public this week. I feel like we're on that level, I can tell you that. So, it was in a car park, group of men around me. I was gagging. They were in high-vis. They then put the swab up my nose. Yep, COVID test. And what I realise is that my gag reflex is impressively shit. There was tears, there was nausea. I felt like I traumatised the men who had to supervise me a little bit. And there are a couple of prayers as well in these situations. You know, thank you prayers that I was born a lesbian. Got one thing right. Now, I used to date 3 girls called Amanda back, you know, when you could do all these things, in quite quick succession as well. So there was tall Amanda. She was 6 foot. She was fit. There was short Amanda. She was 5 foot. She was still pretty cute. And then there was medium Amanda. She was a psychic. She said she could see me coming. That's when I knew we'd both been faking it, to be honest. Now, my friends politely have called me shite at dating more recently, and I've preferred the term non-practicing lesbian. So I'm still, you know, a follower of the rainbow flag. It's more in the distance these days. And but I did get back on the apps recently. One of those lockdown made me do it things. And I even changed up my opening line. So started asking people, what's your favourite thing that happened this week? And matched with a girl, sent her out my opening line. She came back. She said, I didn't kill myself, smiley face. My light-hearted message gone completely. I panicked. I felt like I had to provide a bit of a Samaritan service, you know, keep her talking, keep it going. So I said, oh, well, you would have missed that killer opening line. Couldn't do the finger guns in the app, but I like to think she knew they were there. Now, I didn't hear back from her. I've been ghosted before, but was I literally ghosted that time? We'll never know. And recently, about a year back now, I got an absolute shiner of a black eye. And for someone who looks like me, it was great because I felt a bit tough bit intimidating, like sort of like Ross Kemp's daughter. It was wonderful. So I did what any tough guy would do in that situation with a black eye, and I got it checked out by a medical professional. It's tough, not an idiot. And so strolled into A&E, got a few looks, a few whispers, people, give me a little bit distance, loving it I was. Strutted up to reception, she starts asking me some questions, and she starts asking me how it happened. Now, I was enjoying my tough guy image, so, but I didn't want to lie, because, it's on my medical records, that kind of thing. So, then she asked me how it happened. Said I got hit in the face, pretty obvious, massive black eye. She says, how did you get hit in the face? I said I was defending myself. True, still tough, very proud. And then...
What was that?
Ellie T! How long did she do, Colin?
3 minutes 40.
Well done, Ellie. Give up for Ellie, everybody.
Hey!
Non-practicing lesbians, a great line. I love that. Let's have a little check-in. Tracy, did you just nip the toilet or something then?
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
Right. I just like the way you put the book on the top of a cup of tea and fucked off. I fucking love you, Tracy. I swear to God. I'm going to drive that Tesco Express. Say they've never fucking heard of you. That's what's going to happen, innit? How long have you worked there for?
14 years.
14 years. Do you get like a special pen or something after 13 years? What do you get?
Get an extra day's holiday.
An extra day's holiday? They just don't want you in, do they? I tell you what, Trace, you don't have an extra month's holiday. In fact, leave your uniform there, Trace, and your badge. Could be a present.
I bleed coming in.
What was that?
I wear a security tag so that I bleed coming in.
Can anyone interpret? That was like one of the Vic and Bob songs, that. Coming in. Can't work out if it's a bad connection or that's how she normally talks. You're not actually on customer service, are you, Trace?
Yes.
What do you fucking want?
Gold Star.
Gold Star. I don't know where the fuck Tracy's come from. But it's lovely to have you in. Right, next up, she's on Zoom. So please start the applause and cheering and give it up for Kate Martin. Once you please start the applause. Cheering up to Kate Martin.
Hi, everybody. So I'm not going to lie, I was shitting myself about tonight because I'd read that to get to the full 5, you've got to keep it tight. And I thought, fuck me, that's ambitious. I am a very single 40-year-old lesbian. A tight 5. I have not had more than a slack 2 in years, and well, I mean, they're usually my own, but never mind that. Now, look, up until recently, being my age but not having kids, I thought, well, I was living in ignorant bliss that I'd be as tight as a case of a bit biro, but I've recently discovered I'm more like a Tesco Metro carrier bag caught in a gust of wind across Piccadilly Gardens. And actually, maybe Tracy, maybe it was one from your shop, actually, lover. I better not come in, you might mistake me for a bag for life. But anyway, I found out because I went to buy a moon cup for the first time. Those reusable tampons, like a little rubber shot glass? Ugh, don't bother. Anyway, I went on the website. They've got one size for under 30s, one size for over 30s. Do you know what they sent me as 40? A fucking plunger. Hey guys, I was outraged. That cost $16.95. I could have got 5 down B&M bargains for the same price. Anyway, never mind. Look, being this, so I'm 6'1", you can't tell on Zoom. I'm 6'1" and looking like this, I'm always mistaken for a guy, right? But, it does have its advantages. It's not all bad. So, if I'm being honest about it, I don't get objectified in the same way. I genuinely feel safe walking home late at night on my own. And I get offered twice as many stand-up gigs for being half as funny as most women. So it's, you've got to make the most of it, haven't you? But, it can get a bit awkward. So public toilets, nightmare. This is what happens every time. I'm just stood there, minding my own business. And in walks a woman and goes, oh shit, sorry, I thought this was the ladies. Now, realises that little split second too late. Now, never mind needing a piss, her arse has just fallen out and she's shitting herself because she looks at the sign on the door, looks back and she realises what she's just done. And she panics and flees. I'm like, oh, bless her. Honestly, She's mortified. I can't just stand there and do nothing. So I whipped out my phone and FaceTimed all my mates so they could enjoy the moment. Then she panicked. She had to try and style it out, and she was like, "Oh, I just love what you've done with your hair. It's so urban." Urban, in those contexts, always means dykey. Now, I mean, she's not entirely wrong. But anyway, look, but seriously, guys, International Women's Day, surely things have moved on about gender. It's 2021, right? I mean, can a woman not be tall, have short dark hair, and stand there pissing in the sink? I mean, seriously. Anyway, later that same day, I must have drunk a lot. I was walking into the toilet, and just as I put my hand on the door, this guy behind me taps me on the shoulder and went, "Oh, careful, mate. You nearly walked into the wrong one then." And I was like, all right, I'm going to show him. So I pushed out my chest, and I turned around slowly. And he went, "All right, geezer, calm down. I was just trying to be helpful." Dolly Parton, I'm not, right? I appreciate that. What the fuck does he think those are? I mean, I've got arms as scrawny as a battery farm chicken wing, right? I mean, what does he think I am? Some gym buff that always skips leg and arm day just to build up a good pair of pecs? Ridiculous. Anyway, other places, it's not so great to be mistaken for a man. Spas. Now, I know looking at me, you'll be like, "What, you in a spa?" When I've avoided them like the plague my entire life, until it was my friend's 40th, and she was like, "It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so relaxing." It was torture. All of it. Sadist, a lot of them in those places. First treatment, we get there. This woman just takes me down the corridor, puts me in a room and says, "Take off your things." Shuts the door, leaves me on my own. What things? Like, guys, I did not grow up a girly girl. I did not learn the etiquette of these things. The closest I got to anything beauty related growing up was getting a Barbie, cutting her hair off, giving a stubble with a Sharpie, putting her in an action outfit and butching that bitch up. Like, I don't know, when they say, "Take off your things," do they mean off or off? Anyway, there's no instructions. I'm panicking. She knocks on the door. "Are you ready?" Fuck no, I'm not. Threw everything off, jumped on the bed. She walked in. She screamed. Apparently, off, take off your things does not mean everything. You do not need to be naked for a facial. Poor woman. I think she's... Anyway, later that same day, it was time for the steam room. And all my girly girl mates were like, "Honestly, it's best if you go in naked." And I thought, "I'm not fucking doing that." And they pressured me, and they were like, "Kate, honestly, babe."
Kate Martin beats the frog. Well done, Kate. We've got one more back. So we're going to... by the way, Peter, you had a sig during that, and it just looked like on my screen that Tracy had just passed it over. It was amazing. So our next act is Dawn Bailey. So after freestyle the applause and cheering him up to stage, Dawn Bailey!
Hello, are you okay? Yeah. Oh, yeah, wave at me. Oh, wave at me. Oh, it's lovely to be out. I've had a wash. I've not had a wash since January. I've got new knickers as well. Tracy, I've got new knickers because I've got 14 pairs of crotchless ones that weren't crotchless when I bought them.
Oh.
You know them ones that you love, them knickers that they just wear, don't they? But you can't abide to throw them out. Poor Arthur next door, he gets a proper view when I put them online. So it's lovely to be out, Lights Club, Manchester. I'm proper excited. Tell you a little bit about myself. Peter, I'm nearly 50. Are you looking? I'm nearly 50. I don't look it, do I, audience? No is the right answer. It's because I'm fat. Seriously, Peter, don't go on a diet, love, and no Botox, just a couple of Greggs sausage rolls and a pasty 3 times a day. And you look like me. The wrinkles just go on their own. Yeah, I've been married for 23 years. Ooh. He said to me, "If you carry on doing stand-up comedy, then I'm leaving you."
Keep going.
So I'm on Beat the Frog and he's fucked off. No, don't laugh, Peter, don't laugh. I'm in therapy. This is therapy for me. And when you're single and you've been with someone for so long, your mates come round on a Friday night with a bottle of Gordon's, thinking that they're helping you. nodding like that. It's a shame. Drink, drink, drink. Bless her. It's a shame. Alexa, play I'm Every Woman. And you all start dancing, don't you, around the coffee table. I've got one mate, she's called Luz. We've got a Liz on here tonight, she's called Luz. That's what she says her name is, Luz. She's all nails and liver spots. I said to her, Liz, what do you do for a living? She said, I breed dogs. She fucking stinks. She said, do you know how hard it is, Dawn, to get a towel that matches a dog's coat when it's a slight shade of grey? I said, just wash your white towel with a black sock. Because that's what I do. All my underwear is exactly that colour. And then I've got Therese Marcel. She's another one. Dead quiet till she's had a few Gordons, drinking my gin. Her name's fucking Tracy Marshall, I'm telling you. She said to me, what you need, Dawn, what you need is a man that's going to look after you. I don't know why she comes from down south. She's from Stockport. She said, what you need, Dawn, is a man that's going to look after you, who's going to care for you, who's going to look after you financially. So I shagged her, son. 29. Yeah, I'm really excited about being here. I went round there, had a shave. You have to, don't you, Tracy? Because on lockdown, it went down both legs and up to my belly button, but I've got it under control. So I went to McDonald's as well when it opened. Oh, I can't hear you now, it's gone. I've lost my earpiece, just a minute, I'll have to listen. Went to McDonald's and I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm going to pull up at the side of the road and eat this because I'd been on a diet for a week and it was my treat. I thought to myself, I'm going to get one of them little apple pies and a latte. So all the way to McDonald's in the 2.5-hour queue, I kept rehearsing it. Apple pie, latte. Apple pie, latte. Got to the window and ordered a Big Mac meal. With some of them extra, you know, those cheesy bite things. Oh, and an apple pie. And a latte. And I've lost my earpiece again. I'm not very good at this, am I? Just a minute, I can't hear you. Just smile at me, that's nice, so I know you're still alive. So I pulled up at the side of the road in Cheshire and I thought, I'm really going to really enjoy this. Because I was in Cheshire. Nice place, leafy suburb. Sat down, set my picnic up on the dashboard. Bit of classic FM, because I'm classy. And an Asda van came and pulled up at the side of me. I thought, oh, the man got out, the delivery driver, started having a massive wee right in front of me. Then started doing the willycopter, you know, like they do, and writing his name with his wee. I was so shocked. I can't get over it at the moment. I even put my apple pie down for a minute, but I'm not mad.
Tom Bailey beats the frog. Right, that is almost the end of the night, everyone. So what we need to do now is we need to vote for a winner. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to remind you of everyone. Then we're going to do a little poll in the chat, and there'll be a poll on YouTube as well, and then we'll decide our winner after that. So look on your little chat bit on YouTube and your chat bit on Zoom. So I'm going to remind you of everyone, first of all, if you can just, we had Martina on Zoom. So have a little short reminder of Martina. Can we get her on? Can we spotlight her?
Spotlight me.
Yeah, all right, Martina. Spotlight to me. Martina, everyone. We look for Martina. She beat the frog. And then we had Amy Webber. Just want to show you that This Amy Webber. There she is. Hey. And then we had Vicky Libera. Zoom. Spotlight Vicky as well. Yay. Then we had Christina Taylor. Do you want to call Christina? She's coming from Salford. Here she is, Christina Taylor. There she is, everybody. Let's turn it to Miss World. What are we doing? Christina Taylor. And then we had Charlotte Cropper. Charlotte Cropper, everyone. She was in the venue. She's on her way up now. We're just being COVID safe. Charlotte Cropper, everybody. And in the swimwear round, we had Lorna Welsh. Where's Lorna? Where she is. Lorna Welsh, everybody. But Lorna Welsh. Then we had Kate Martin on Zoom. Can we spotlight Kate? Oh, well done, Kate. And then finally, we had Dawn Bailey. There's Dawn. There she is back again. Guess who's back? Right. So we're going to do a little poll online. Get on your little chat. Get in your chat on YouTube, and we'll come up with a winner. So while we're doing that, I don't know if it's possible to have a little chat with Tracy. No, I'm just joking. I can't keep. Give it up for Tracy, everybody. What a fucking star she's been. It's a GoFundMe for a net cigarette packet. That'll be handed out at the end of the night. While you're all voting, can I talk to anyone while we're voting? Is that still possible, David? Oh, good. Let's talk to Cheska again. Let's check in with Cheska. I noticed your mates, Cheska, were really cruel because any time someone mentioned being single, they were like, this one. Cheska, would you go on a Married at First Sight?
You know what? It looks like it would be a lot of fun, to be fair.
Does it? Does the divorce at 20 look fun to you, Cheska?
Yeah, you know what? It's a story.
Just doing it for the gram of weed. Gram of weed? Is that even a drug? I don't know. Me drugs, Cheska. Oh, look, are you leaning in? Like, need to get a better angle just in case anyone's watching. You've got very long arms, Cheska. You think men would be all over you with the size of those arms. Right, Cheska, where we got? Oh, you've disappeared off my screen, so I'll have to I feel bad now, Cheska was chatting. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
So how long have you been single for?
3, 4 years, 4 years.
Like it's so long ago now. Remember the woman off Titanic 3 or 4 years ago. How old are you though, Cheska? You're only young.
I'm 23 in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Don't need to just play in the fucking field, aren't you, old Cheska? What am I talking about? And are your mates taken? Are you two taken?
Yeah.
Do you know what though? I'd rather just listen, because this is what happens to you when you're in a long-term relationship. I'm actually 19 and look at the fucking state of me. Packs you down, girls. What are you texting? Are you texting?
My boyfriend.
Oh, my boyfriend. Cheska, bin her off. She's a fucking bitch. And my boyfriend, this single one. I'm just texting my both. How long have you been with your fella?
Nearly 3 years.
3 years. Where did you meet?
Uni.
Uni.
Yeah.
Well, and how did you meet?
I mean, he was sat next to me, so it wasn't that difficult.
What, at lectures or like on a bus or?
No, at lectures. He was on my course.
He was on your course, so as you're just not doing any legwork, just listen, just revise together. Did he chat you up? Did you chat him up?
I don't really remember, to be honest.
Oh, fuck off. You're 20 and I don't really remember. I remember everything of everyone I've ever touched me. And where they've touched me and how they've touched me. I remember it fucking all. Because there's one man. That's why. Are we nearly done? How's our poll looking? Is that it? Is that what I'm looking at? Oh, here we go. We've got the winners in. Oh, hang on. We're refreshing. Fresh is fresh. So the winner is always very close. Very, very close. But the winner is Kate Martin. Kate Martin. Well done, Kate Martin. Speech. No, we haven't got time for that, Kate. We've been on for 5 hours. But well done, Kate. Well done. You beat the frog. Well done. And when you can get stage time, she'll eventually come back to the frog and get more stage time. So well done, Kate. First of all, give it all for all the acts we've seen tonight. They've all been fantastic. All new acts, and they're all coming out here. It's really, really tough. So round of applause to them. Give it up also to all our staff at the Frog and Bucket. We've had Jessica and Liam here. Give it up for a good round of applause for them. And our lovely text, Colin Fry, is a ray of light. And lovely David, whose birthday it is tomorrow. Well, happy birthday, David. Keep coming back, supporting the Frog and Bucket. We are here every Monday online and every Saturday, is it? Every Saturday as well, where we have a pro night. So keep enjoying yourselves. Not long now, people. We're nearly out of lockdown. Let's fucking go. See you later. Bye-bye.